Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know last time I did a review on Uber, and so today I'm actually going to give you guys a review on Postmates, but more like a pros and cons of the two of them and why I am obsessed with Postmates right now. So stay tuned to the video coming up. Okay, so the first pro I would have to give Postmates is the clientele. The clientele seems to be very different from Uber. So what I mean by that is just when I deliver for Postmates versus when I deliver for Uber, I tend to deliver to these really large, beautiful buildings downtown. People live in mansions, gated communities, really, really nice areas in Vegas that I really didn't even know existed. As opposed to driving for Uber, more standard locations, apartment buildings and things like that. Which leads me to the second pro and kind of con for Uber is that Postmates has excellent tipping. I mean, like, wonderful tipping. One day I made $17 just in a tip for one order, and then I turned around and made another $15 or $16 in the tip just delivering food during lunch break. Lunch break is the best time for Postmates, I think, because it's usually a large order because people are ordering in a group setting at work, and so when you deliver it, everybody's kind of putting into the pool and you get a really good tip. Also, another pro, and this would be a con, actually the con for Uber as far as tipping is that people on Uber don't tip. Like, it's an anomaly to get a tip on Uber. It's crazy. I don't know if, I know in the beginning Uber didn't allow people to tip, and I don't know if that's why people really aren't pressed to tip now, and it's like pulling teeth to get somebody to tip on Uber. The one time I got a tip on Uber was because I went to a Popeyes and they were just practicing their system, and just because I showed up and helped them get it all set up, they gave me $6. That is one of only 2 tips I've ever gotten off of Uber. I got another tip and it was $1. And the complete opposite on Postmates. It's very rare that you would not get a tip. So the majority of the time, I would say 80% of the time, I get tipped on Postmates, and only seldomly will I not get a tip. And if I don't get a tip, to be honest, I didn't earn it because maybe it took forever to get their food. I couldn't find them. I drove in circles looking, you know, for their place, and then turns out I was just using the wrong GPS system or not using it right or whatever the case may be. But you very seldomly, you got to work hard to not get tipped on Postmates, which is crazy. I love Postmates as far as their tipping, which leads me to another pro is the amount of money you can make on Postmates versus the amount of money that you can make on Uber. Obviously, tips make a huge difference. Both platforms pay you roughly the same, except that Uber doesn't seem to have like a bar that you can't go below. Because I did a run for Uber and I got $2.88 once. But mind you, I was just going to McDonald's, and the place I was delivering to was literally 3 minutes on the same street, right behind them. And I got $2.88 for that. But with Postmates, no matter what you do, you can't get below $4. I've never seen below $4 on any delivery. And I think that's a good bottom line to have. I don't think it's really fair to waste people's time for $2.88, but hey, I did it anyway. No tip, so it's Uber, remember? So I didn't get a tip. It was literally just $2.80, but I didn't spend that much gas, and it was like a 10-minute run, all inclusive, so it didn't really take too much time. Hey, whatever. So that would be a con for Uber and a pro for Postmates. Earning potential. Another thing I like about Postmates is that, back to the clientele, it takes you to some really beautiful places in Las Vegas. I don't know how it is in different areas, but out here the clientele seems to be a little higher end, and so I get to visit some of the most beautiful places that are a little outside of where I reside, and I really like that, getting able to see the whole of the city. I've been all around Las Vegas with these apps, both apps actually, really nice, taking me to some really great places. A con for Postmates, this is the one and only con I have. Postmates, if you are listening, please fix this so I can go back to just falling in love with you. Postmates takes forever to pay you. Seriously, like, I work, this is my third week consistently. Now I've done Postmates and Uber on and off for a while, but consistently working like a 5-day schedule, 40-hour work week. This is my third week. The very first week, I just now got paid the last payment, or however they do it. Like I literally worked 5 days, Monday through Friday, Sunday actually, 6 days. So Sunday through Friday. Y'all, I can't count today. Sunday through Friday, and it was the following Friday before I got the second one of my payments. They split my payment into 4. For whatever reason, I had like a large payment, which was like $150. I think my total earnings was just under $300. So I got $150. Then I turned around and got like a $6.90 payment. Then I got like another $50, and then like a $30 or something like that. But it was all over the place, and it literally took me over a week into the second week to finish getting paid by them. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I really think that they should just add up what you make, maybe do a Sunday to Sunday type of thing, if they really want to encourage people to work weekends, and then pay them that Monday or Tuesday, because I know sometimes people forget to tip, because I know I'll go back into the app, and before I can place another order, it's like, hey, you forgot to tip so-and-so. So that may have something to do with it. But guys, this wasn't even my tips that were on hold. This was like regular payment for like a trip. And I don't think that should be held. I think that's easy to kind of, you know, find out how much people get paid and just pay them their money. Uber, I love Uber. You can cash out on Uber the moment you make the money. You can cash out immediately. It only costs you 50 cents and you can send it right into your account. I love that about Uber. That is the one thing to me that Uber has on Postmates. I love that feature. I think it was awesome for them to implement that. And so my strategy, really what I do is when I first start my shift, I'll do 2 or 3 Uber deliveries, especially during the lunch rush, because those are going to be my biggest payouts, and each trip will be worth like $8 to $10 depending on how far the person lives from the restaurant. And I could just use that cash out, and I'll use that as my gas for that day, or for the next 2 days. And then I'll do Postmates for the rest of the day, and that'll be kind of like my paycheck, if that makes sense. And that works out wonderful. Just being able to use that quick cash to fill my tank up, and to not have to pull from my budget, my household budget, in order to put gas in the tank, because Postmates is taking forever to pay me. So yeah, that's definitely a big pro for Uber and a huge con for Postmates. Another thing are the people you meet seem to differ a lot. It's so crazy how the platforms are so much the same but so different. With Postmates, when I go into a restaurant, sometimes I have to place the order, sometimes the order is already ready, but I'm always greeted with pleasantries. I'm always told, you know, drive safe, thank you so much for coming, you know, and they give me the order, and they're always super friendly and super nice. And a lot of these restaurants actually have a really good system. I know I went to a Firehouse substation yesterday, and they actually had like a rack where they had the orders just sitting there. So all you have to do, the couriers, they just come in, you check the rack, look for the name, you match it up with the ticket that you have, and you head out the door. You don't have to talk to anybody, you don't have to do anything. And I thought that was a really good system, very organized. As opposed to Uber sometimes, because you go into more fast food chains with Uber, the customer service is not as on point or not as up to par with the Postmates customer service, because Postmates again has a different clientele. So the restaurants are more, some of them are family owned, very nice restaurants. Not necessarily chains, big chains like Olive Garden, but more like local favorite hotspots type of thing. And opposed to, you know, like Jack in the Box or Taco Bell or McDonald's, where you just kind of go in there and it's just kind of like either you're standing and you're waiting a while, or people are just like, here, get your food and go, not really, you know, paying you any attention, or being really quick and really rude with you. So that's the difference that I noticed in how I'm treated as a courier for Ubereats versus how I'm treated as a courier for Postmates. But typically, the hotspot will be outlined in red, and then they'll have like these arrows, and it'll tell you 1.4, 1.5, the boost that's going on in that area. And I mean, when it's spot on, it's spot on. I notice when I drive into that area, it's pinging back to back to back, and as I venture away from it, it slows down. So Uber does a really good job of knowing exactly where to send their couriers, exactly where the money is. Postmates, on the other hand, also has a map. The map works relatively well. I won't say that it works as well as Uber's does, because their map can have, it's hard to see because of the sun. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, there we go. This is where I am, the little car, and then this in the orange is where the hotspot is supposed to be. Now, with Postmates, a lot different. Like if this was Uber, I could drive into this orange and start pinging immediately. I don't know how their algorithm is set up or how they determine what the hotspot is, but a lot of times I've been in the center of a hotspot on Postmates and had absolutely no action, and then would go outside of it and get more work. So I don't really know. I think Uber gets a pro for that, the effectiveness of their app in knowing where to send the couriers, as opposed to Postmates. Postmates, I think safely say about $300 a week. If you're gonna work full-time Monday through Friday, you can definitely make more if you work weekends. Definitely, you can hit the $300 mark on a weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and be done. But because the days are kind of slower, people aren't really ordering out as much Monday through Thursday, the pickings are slimmer. Except the dinner rush. The dinner rush is always, I mean, every day of the week, the dinner rush seems to never slow down. But definitely getting out there to do lunch. I have to work kind of like 10 to 6, so that I pick my kids up on time for daycare. Now, if you're able to work later, if you can work like 11 to 2, which is the lunch rush, and then work again from 5 to 9 or 5 to 10, you could make more than that. It just depends on what your schedule is and what your flexibility is, but definitely get out there doing the hot spots, and that's how you make the most. So I'm just gonna show you guys like a typical week with Postmates, and then I'm gonna show you a typical week with Uber. Now, this is slanted. I'm not gonna, front like they were 50-50 and Postmates paid me more or nothing like that, but you guys know what my strategy is. I definitely did lesser jobs with Uber than I did with Postmates, so you're gonna see that difference when you see this money. So it doesn't mean that one pays less. So I don't know if this is a pro or a con yet for both. I believe that Uber has added Walmart to their runs, but definitely Postmates has. Postmates now delivers for Walmart grocery delivery, and a lot of people have had issues. They're saying it's a small tip, it's a lot of work, and all of this. But so far, and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth because you never know, tomorrow I could get a delivery to somebody's apartment and they live on the 4th floor with no elevator. But thankfully I have not had that issue yet. The first delivery I had was a house. It was a very modest pay, but it wasn't $4. I know somebody said they got $4, which I think is absurd, just for the work that you're doing. I got $7, which isn't a ton of money, but it's not bad. And then I got like $1 and some change tip. And then today I actually got a $10 tip because it was quite a bit of work. I had to carry about 6 cases of bottled water, Gatorade. Somebody was definitely having a party. So I did a little bit of work, and she gave me a $10 tip. So, and even before the tip, I made about $7.50. So it just depends on what the customer ordered and where you're going with it. But I definitely think that Postmates teaming up with Walmart is a pro for me so far. But that is all that I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys will go out and try this because I think it's a really fun side gig. Like, I know a lot of people want to make it their full-time job. I would not suggest this. If this was my only source of income, I would definitely quit and get a job. Like, I definitely could not, because it fluctuates too much. It's not consistent. So it's no way to be able to gauge how much you'll be able to bring in from week to week. So I definitely wouldn't recommend it being your only source of income. But you guys, I love the interaction with people. I love meeting different people. I love customer service. I love talking to people. I love that you get good tips with Postmates. I just love it. I love Postmates and Uber. It's so much fun to me to just be able to get in my car, to make my own hours. Y'all, like, you know how they say our generation gets like endorphins when we get like a notification bell or something on our social media accounts. I'm not like that. That's how I am with Ubereats and Postmates. Like, when I'm in the car and it's kind of dead and I get that ping, I like jump every time, because I don't know, like I get some type of endorphin or something is happening and I get excited and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go. Where am I going now? I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta come back and try this restaurant one day or whatever. But I don't know, I'm super excited about it. I think it's fun. It's a nice little way to add a little bit of extra cash if it's something that you want to do. Just to put money on the side. Definitely, if you have free weekends, definitely take advantage of your weekends. Get out on Uber, meet people, talk to people. You'll definitely learn where the hot spots are in the area where you may like to go to a restaurant one day. So what I have for you, I hope that you found this helpful and informative, and I will see you guys later.